877-456-4155. Together, we will figure out what to do now and what to do when this is over. We will get through this together.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the watchdog trusts.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. Beware of telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. Real Social Security employees will never threaten you. Callers threatening you with arrest or other legal action and demanding money are not from us. If you receive a call like this, hang up, do not provide them with any form of payment or information. Report the call at oig.ssa.gov.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm the Storm Tracker Darnell Foster with a look at your local weather forecast for your Wednesday. After a few early morning snowflakes and raindrops, it'll just be a mostly cloudy, cold afternoon with a high near 43. The overnight low of 29 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Clouds breaking for limited sunshine for your Thursday with temperatures in the lower 40s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors. It's now time for Winging It with Sonia and Liv.
6 o'clock on Friday evening, Mama doesn't know she's leaving till she...
Well, hello, everybody. It's a wintry Wednesday.
Hey, hey, yes. We can't even discuss that. I just don't think it's worth our time today.
We have said it before. Olivia will send me a picture of her winter wonderland up on the hill, as she has today. And I'm like, my grass and trees have not been greener than they are today. I mean, we don't have any snow on the ground, and it looks like she had a blizzard up on the hill.
We did, but it didn't stick or nothing, so it was just...
There.
Yeah, and then, of course, one of my kids was like, where's our Christmas tree? I was like, not here. It's crazy, but it was... I don't know if you got to notice it at all, but like when you drive, like when we were driving through like Elm Grove and would look up on the hillside there, it was like an ombre effect. It would start with white at the top and then go down to like bright green. It was so pretty. It was something I'd never seen before. So
and hope not to see anytime in the near future either.
I mean, is this a record or something for like snowfall in April? Like in terms of date?
I think I heard that
I don't think so.
We had snow the very beginning of May last year.
Well, let's just hope that's not the case.
Yeah. I remember a couple of my daughters, her birthday is April 16th, outdoor birthday parties getting canned because of snow.
Yeah. I don't know. We always spent Easters and stuff down in Charleston, and I just always remember Easter being very close to my papa's birthday, which is April 16th too, and it always being beautiful.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss.
Yeah, maybe.
You just don't know. And this whole next week is going to be a roller coaster of emotional weather.
Yeah. I love that early morning discussion about, what are you wearing, Cece? Not to single her out, but seriously, I'll single her out all day long. Because this morning, thank goodness she wore pants, and not shorts.
Yeah, there you go.
So I don't know, Sonia, what do we got today? Anything? No,
we're going to wing it today. But I will say
Welcome back, though.
I know. Well, speaking of my trip, I laugh because, everywhere you go, everyone has a different mask policy. Everyone has a different social distancing policy. Everyone has different dining policies. I went to Clearwater, Florida. They're pretty strict. And then I went to Nashville. No masks, nothing. It was like New Year's Eve at Times Square. That's how packed it was. And no masks, no mask policies. I was genuinely in disbelief. I mean, I was happy, but I was in disbelief at like how night and day everything is.
Yeah. I know. I was looking at your pictures and I even asked you, I was like, what's the policies like down there? You're like, well, and then you say Florida is the open state and they were the strict ones?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Our governor lifted some stuff yesterday.
Yeah, if you're working out, you can take your mask off.
Nice. That's actually good because it stinks to work out in a mask.
God bless him. I like the other day he was quoted, he said, gosh, I have written 94 policies.
Yeah, I know. I have it, actually a quote in here. Let me read it.
He says, gosh.
Yeah.
I love him.
Where is it? So today I am signing a new oh yeah. You can hear him saying this when I'm reading this. So today I'm signing a new executive order that's cleaning up and doing away with a great many of the executive orders that have been in place. There was a lot of stuff that was very valuable when we put it in that has now outlived its time, and now it's time to move forward.
Yeah.
It's great. Gosh.
Oh, gosh.
I love it. So
Him and Baby Dog. I'm going to miss them when this goes away.
Yeah, Baby Dog was good. But, it did say, he's removed the limitation on the number of people permitted to gather for purely social purposes.
So where does that leave
that's where
you guys?
Still yet to be determined.
Still to be
correct?
determined. Because
Yeah.
even though, my understanding is even though the governor makes a couple of decisions, not every county has to go along with that. And again,
it all goes by your health department, I think, still comes back to that.
and that goes back to Florida. When I was in Florida, Florida's an open state, masks are not a thing. But each county and every business does its own thing.
Bet that's confusing.
It's extremely confusing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But we had 2 shows go on sale the week before I left. Or actually, no, the week that I was gone.
It was.
Jamie Johnson and Travis Tritt, both of them had a successful on sale, which just shows you how much people really want to get out, get back to normal.
Oh, we're having tremendous website traffic to the event page on our website.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
You showed something the other day about a new ceramic shop in town I've never heard of before.
That fire and ice.
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
Where's that located at?
Let me see. It's Brandon Holmes, I believe. Let me look it up.
Have you seen that, Lola?
Woodsdale PTO.
I think I saw an ad for it on TV.
Really?
Or
Yeah.
something.
And they have all those, they're making those old school Christmas trees.
Yeah, I remember Ceramic Fever in Martins Ferry, and there was the Yorkville ceramic store. I can't remember the exact name. But Ceramic Fever used to be right next to the old DeCarlo's.
I remember the one in Yorkville.
Yeah.
It was huge.
It was huge, yeah.
It's Ready Aim Fire Ceramic Studio. And it is located, it's in Martins Ferry. I think they may have taken it over.
Oh, okay. Like
So-
Hanover Street? Is Hanover Street the main drag in Ferry?
Yeah, 415 Hanover Street, Martins Ferry.
Oh, well, there you go. That could be the old Ceramic Fever. They used to have really great tanning beds in there, too.
You could always count on a tanning bed to be somewhere, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Coffee, tanning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love a tanning bed.
I did too. I worked at one.
Yeah, I remember Martins Ferry.
Yep.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know if I did or not. No. One of my BFFs did in college. It was really nice. Because that's when I was tanning a lot. So.
Yeah. All right, Lola, well, we're going to go to a break.
Okay.
Everyone, please support the sponsors that support this station. You're listening to The Watchdog.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the Watchdog trusts.
A serious injury from an accident can be just the start of your worries. What if you cannot return to work? How do you take care of your family if you're disabled? At Gelner Law Offices, we represent seriously injured people and understand their problem. We know how to get you fair compensation. We will work hard to make sure you get the money you deserve for your losses. Don't go it alone. If you're hurt in an accident, call us at 304-242-2900 or visit us at gelnerlaw.com.
We'd like to help.
Toyota RAV4 is the #1 selling SUV in America over the last year. Available as a hybrid and with all-wheel drive, it has the style and versatility for all your life's adventures. And through May 3rd, get up to $1,250 cash back from Toyota on select new 2021 RAV4s. Shop Toyota's official website for deals via Toyota.com. Then see your Toyota dealer. Go Toyota, and let's go places.
The timeless sounds of polka live here. Join us 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays for the Polka Showcase with Rich Biella. Sunday mornings never sounded so good.
This is Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Scott Damaro.
April is Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month, so let's take a moment to celebrate all the different kinds of learners in our classrooms. Autism affects 1 in 54 children, students who may have different learning styles and needs, but are welcome members of our public school communities. Ohio's educators are committed to creating a great school experience for all kids.
Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. To find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
Are we dreaming of a hot Thursday, Lola?
Yes. We are.
It is, but it would be a hot Wednesday.
Next Wednesday's supposed to be 80.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I told you, it's going to be a roller coaster of emotions around here.
And even like the last few days, it's only been calling for like a high of like 55. It's been warm.
Ugh.
It's been warm.
I told you, we went to a baseball game last night. We left the house, it was 71. We got done with my nephew's game, it was 55. And then we traveled to Bel Air. I only had a t-shirt on and some short like yoga pants on, like
Capri.
I was freezing, but I stuck it out so I could see my niece and nephew play.
If you weren't in the sun, that wind was cool.
Yeah, it was nice.
Because I was in Bel Air too. I told you, I was like, we were at that.
We were literally right next to each other, didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it. My daughter has dance on Tuesday nights, and I had my 4-year-old with me, and I was like, let's go find, something. And I was going to take him to that little city park where the pavilion was, and then I was like, then what, Yeah. So we drove on down, and I was like, I know there's a Dairy Queen down here. We went to the Dairy Queen, and he spotted it. There's a park! So we went to the park, and she was right there.
I was right there.
Yeah.
And you didn't see each other?
No.
No, well, honestly, my vision isn't as good as it used to be.
Well, and we were like fence, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I saw like kids playing over there, but the fans was on the whole opposite side.
Yeah.
And it was on a one-way street, so, but either way.
Well, if you didn't hear already, our coach unfortunately had to resign from the Nailers. And Derek Army, who was a past player, is now going to be the interim head coach. So he'll get his first start here on Friday.
How many more games is there?
Maybe 10 to...
And then the playoffs?
10 to 12 in playoffs, yeah. I'm not sure if we're making up those 2 games where the ice was bad.
Oh, that's right. But did you see how there was ice bad in like a ton of different places
Yeah.
that same weekend? Is that weird? Does that seem like...
No, I mean, it is, like, everyone's like, oh, it's sunny out. Well, it's not really how it is.
I know.
In our case, we are the first arena to use portable ice, take it up over the summer, and relay it again. And so it's our second year really getting used to the quirks of having ice on top and not below the the concrete.
Yeah.
So it's a learning process. And then in our case, we had some like air pockets, and then it was only near dashboards, you know what I mean? So you have to be careful what you're cleaning the product with because everything is so sensitive.
Yeah.
But then they went to Indy literally that Wednesday.
And had the same
And had the same problem. And everybody's like, God dang you, West Banker Arena.
Yeah.
And I was like, Chuck, I was like, they're actually in Indy. They're not even at West Banker
Yeah.
Arena.
But it was just so, like, what a coincidence, right?
It is, yeah. So things happen. But yeah, so, and it really stinks, our past coach, the borders have been closed. So he hasn't been able to have his family here or go see his family. I can't imagine
Yeah.
traveling and not being able to be with your family, as some of
Right.
these people do. Like, look at all these, even the girlfriends,
Yeah.
and wives that come here with players. You're like a deer in the headlights because
Right.
if you don't get to meet people.
Especially on a year like this in which they were in that bubble and had certain things they could do and couldn't do and not go out and enjoy some of the city perks and stuff because of their contracts, right?
Yeah, and your loved ones are traveling. So I think COVID's really funny this year. This year and last year, like, it's kind of tricky, and it's tricky on your experience in
I think it was
places.
scary last
Absolutely.
year this year it's starting to get just annoying.
That's what I was gonna, that's the word I was gonna use, incredibly
And I hate to
annoying.
say that, but I just feel like there's so many guidelines, and then CDC will say something again, and then guidelines don't update, and then, you know what I mean? Then you have like an outbreak, and it's not anybody that you think, you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
that he should have been done that way. I don't know. It's just crazy.
It is crazy.
But it is what it is. You know what else is fun though, right this time of year? Spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning?
God.
Yeah, how about the island?
Oh, how nice.
Lola, are you taking advantage of that?
What do you got putting out? What are you putting out?
Oh, my gosh.
I'd like to be a cherry picker in that
I
trash.
was
I'm
gonna
not
say,
gonna lie to you.
Sunday night for anybody that's like loves somebody else's trash is your treasure. Sunday night, take a drive around Wheeling Island, because aren't they picking it up Monday, just like regular?
It was this past weekend.
No, it's the 26th. I have it on here as Monday, April 26th.
Well,
Is the next one, right?
There's two?
There's two.
Oh. Okay.
You have more trash to get out, Lola.
Oh, we certainly do. Yeah, now I can put out my 6 cases of beer bottles, and I didn't, because we were saving them. They're worth a dime a piece in Michigan. So, you know, when we go up to my brother's 2 or 3 times a year, we were saving all our beer bottles, and then when we get there, we wouldn't have to pay cash for a case. You know, we just haul all the beer bottles in, and they count them up, and we get our beer for free, kind of.
Hey.
Well, actually, yeah, for free,
Resourceful.
because we're not paying the 10-cent deposit here.
Yeah.
So, because of COVID, and we haven't seen my brother and sister-in-law in 2 years now, you know, we just kept building them up and building.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so your habits stayed the same, but you're just,
They actually increased
result.
quite a bit.
yeah.
But,
Oh, yeah, would.
yeah, so at least I can get rid of them, you know.
Yeah, so Monday, April 26th, it says, anything cleanup by your trash for Wheeling Island residents only. Now, I read it on Facebook, which means it could be true, it might not be true. But are they doing that because somebody said they're going to try to start developing a fine for those that aren't cleaning up their property?
They want to.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a discussion, right?
Well, I was talking to a friend of mine that lives on the island too. And she said, yeah, this is supposed to be to clean up slumlords.
Yeah.
However, when you drove around and you looked at all the places that had crap out, they were the ones that the properties are taking care of anyway.
Yeah.
And the slum houses just look the same as they always do.
Or,
you know?
or do they even have locals that even own them? You know what I mean?
Well,
Or are they somebody
that's
living there
part
or
of it,
what?
I think that's a lot of it.
Or people living there? Like in a lot of the homes that are being,
Yeah. You can see people hanging out.
yeah.
As small as Yorkville is, back, when I lived there, even if you had grass clippings on the street, they'd give you a ticket. I know. You know what I mean? And when I moved here, the fact that people put their grass and leaves and wait for a street sweeper to clean them up just blows my mind away.
Right.
I can't do that.
See, in the country, we just go over our grass like 3 times.
Oh, yeah, you're in the country.
Yeah. Well, it gets all the stuff. We have a caller?
Yeah.
Hello.
It's Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, you guys need to get a better quality of garbage, because out in Woodsdale, if you put your garbage out by the curb, people come by and take it.
Well, that's one person's trash is another person's treasure.
Yeah, well, but you go across the island, you get $500 for a scrap car. I don't know why I got them cars over there. But on the brighter side, hey, I went to took the boy and my daughter to the hockey game on Saturday and Sunday. And we won the Chuck a Puck both times.
Oh, nice.
Oh, congrats.
That's hard to do.
That is pretty hard to do, because one bounced on the ground, on the ice, and then hit back up. But, you guys are putting on some quality events down there. And, you ought to be hanging your heads up high, holding them high. And I also realize that Miss Littman writes for In Wheeling Magazine.
She does.
I do.
And I read your articles. I can read also.
Oh, well, good. I do. Just a little column, and I like to talk about things going on in Wheeling. And I try to take it back to the theme of the magazine, which is sometimes difficult. I love that magazine. It's a great lifestyle magazine for wheeling. If anybody out there listening has never experienced it, it's great.
I know. I get it because, sometimes I sneak in pictures. Like, we had a Faith in Action triathlon, and I saw a group of doctors standing there, so I snuck in and got my picture in it. So I'm famous now. I'm on page 98 of the fall, and I'm just teasing you. Hey, you guys, I love listening to your show, and just keep up the good stuff you're doing for the city of Wheeling, and hopefully not won't be too long to have Pink Floyd back in here.
Never know, that's for sure.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Nice.
All right, well, that was Dan.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Did he call in the last show, too?
Probably.
Yeah. I feel like I heard his voice again.
Oh,
He's a lawyer.
heard it.
Loyal listener, and that's appreciated for sure because he's the one that's supporting the sponsors that support this station.
That's right. Do we have any more cleanup days, Olivia?
Oh, yeah. So this Saturday is actually in Valley Grove, the Valley Grove Community Center on Saturday, April 24th, and also at the Triadelphia Town Building, which is a little closer to like the post office there in town. And then Monday, of course, is just for Wheeling Island residents. And then Tuesday, April 27th, at the Wheeling Island Marina parking lot, there will be a dumpster. And Saturday, May 1st, is the Stone Church Volunteer Fire Department. I don't know what restrictions are on the Monday event for Wheeling Island, but I know to use the dumpsters this Saturday, next Tuesday, and next Saturday, they aren't accepting quite a bit of things, which is the normal things, tires, car batteries, large appliances, motor oil, paint, and any other potentially hazard material. I would love to take a poll, especially for real estate agents and things like that are actively selling and buying homes, at how many homes are being sold right now, and the sellers leave the buyers with all the cans of paint downstairs.
Yes. When I bought my house,
stuck with it.
we had the U-Haul trucks.
Yeah.
2 U-Haul trucks of trash.
Yeah.
That's how much stuff was left behind.
Wow. When we did our house, everything was cleaned out, but we had just painted our house like not even 2 years prior, and it was a specialty made paint or whatever. So I remember my husband was like, "We got to get rid of this." I was like, "No, we're going to save it for them because, they may."
It's specialty.
I was like, they might want to keep this color and they'll need something to go off of or whatever. It was called Gotham Gray, but we did it in like a UV paint, something. I don't know. So we got it through one of Noah's friends who was working for a paint company. But, paint's hard to match, even when they, especially after it's aged a little bit. So we left that. But I remember we were cleaning out the Children's Museum, the amount of paint that was in that basement that had been left from CA House Music when they was there and all that stuff. It was just like, where is this paint coming from? And it's because it's so hard to get rid of, no one will just take paint.
If you take the lid off and let it harden,
Yeah.
I think they'll take it then.
Yeah.
As long as it's a solid block.
Yeah.
And not liquid.
Liquid.
Also tomorrow is cleanup day at Center Market.
Oh, yes.
They're taking volunteers for that. It starts at 6 p.m.
Yeah, was that part of volunteer? It's Earth Day tomorrow, that's why.
Earth Day. Yeah, volunteers of all ages. Bring your friends.
Yeah,
Help
Earth
us put waste in its place. Celebrate Earth Day by participating in a neighborhood cleanup in Center Market. Supplies will be provided.
Nice. Yeah, so
Very nice.
Earth Day tomorrow, that's actually on the calendar and not just like one of those Hallmark.
Not like 420 where they're just trying to get it a national
Like
holiday.
I said, Mother Nature must have really enjoyed herself yesterday because she totally is resting today. Taking it easy. Or she thought this was real funny, so. But no, so that's a good thing about spring, kind of everything cleaning up. I hope whoever has already planted and put out sheets and stuff last night because the snow won't be good.
I was talking
pretty
to a
wet. It's
friend
cold.
at the coffee shop, and they have a miniature Japanese maple.
Oh, wow.
And they tried to get a sheet over it, because last year the same thing happened
Yeah.
and killed half of the tree.
Well, what
So-
stinks is that a lot of these trees are just now budding, like a lot of the magnolia trees, which is like
Yep.
my favorite. And this first frost that we got just a few weeks ago, you could tell how it affected it because many of the buds turned brown. And then they had the second one, and now I'm thinking some of these trees might not ever bud. And like my lilac tree didn't bloom last year because of this. And I'm scared to death this year it's going to do the same thing because it's a later blooming, not like a first bloom. But it is what it is, you know.
I know.
It is what it is. What else? Anything else? Ogilvy put out some really nice content.
Yeah, Ogilvy has a lot of events, and we'll talk about those after we come back from our break.
Okay.
Sure,
okay?
sounds good. Yep,
All
I'm
right.
with you.
Again, as always, support the sponsors that support this station. You're listening to The Watchdog.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Chris Lawrence. The State Department of Health and Human Resources says there have now been 2,800 COVID-19 related deaths in the Mountain State, 11 more added in today's report. The agency says there are 426 newly confirmed cases statewide, and they list the number of state residents fully vaccinated now at over 520,000. Governor Jim Justice is set to have his next media briefing in connection with the pandemic starting this hour in Charleston. You can see it live at WBMetroNews.com. Now, the number of vaccine doses administered yesterday statewide did pick up some in comparison to recent days. More than 1,700 across the state got a shot yesterday. Kanawha Charleston Health Department Executive Director Dr. Sherry Young says it will take some convincing.
We know we're going to run into some who are hesitant and some who are just adamantly opposed to receiving the vaccine. Our job is to get it to everybody who even thinks about it and get that education out there so that if anybody is on the fence, that we can provide them the information that they need.
Again, about 520,000 West Virginians have been vaccinated. That's about a third of the state's population. We've seen some snow today across West Virginia. It's not likely to accumulate or stick around long. National Weather Service meteorologist Ross Giartana says it's not that unusual either.
We typically still see measurable snowfall in the month of April, but generally, very light amounts.
You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. A longtime educator in Mercer County will leave her position today. Dr. Deborah Akers has been in the Mercer County school system since 1974. Went into the administrative role in 1980. She retires today after 47 years in the school system. As the superintendent of schools, she's held multiple positions. Cabell County School Board members aren't saying much about what prompted the dismissal of the principal at Barbersville Middle School. The board voted 3-2 last night to terminate Brent Jarrell. The vote followed a nearly 4-hour executive session. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Lawrence.
AutomotiveMap.com presents the Sports Flash, powered by The Score on The Watchdog. I'm John Thayer. The PGA Tour put in place this year a $40 million bonus plan that will pay the top 10 players based on how much they move the needle rather than their performance on the course. The idea is to reward players who drive engagement with sponsors and fans, and it is known as the Player Impact Program. The $40 million bonus pool will pay $8 million to the player in the number 1 position, with amounts decreasing down to the 10th spot. The rankings will be determined by several factors that gauge impact. PGA Tour this week is at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans, a team event that gets underway tomorrow. It will be played over the next 4 days. Download the Score app today, lightning fast sports alerts, so you never miss a thing. I'm John Thayer with the Sports Flash, powered by The Score on The Watchdog.
Soak up the savings during Power Penny Days at JCPenney. Thursday through Sunday, shop thousands of deals in-store and jcp.com. Like Home Expressions bath towels for only $5. Select Kids Arizona Graphic Tees for $6. And select Women's St. John's Bay Tees for $7. Plus, get an extra 25% off your purchase with coupon. Shop the hottest prices of the season at Power Penny Days. JCPenney. Offers and coupon valid 4/22 to 4/25. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Nissan believes you deserve a car that thrills you. So we have to ask, does your car thrill you? When you hit the pedal, do you get something back? A chill in your spine, goosebumps on your goosebumps. When you take off, do your fingers tighten around the steering wheel? Does your heart beat in your stomach and your breath catch in your chest? Does driving make you feel alive? Because it should. And if your car doesn't thrill you, ours will. This is the new Nissan.
In a hurry and need to see a doctor?
The Woodsdale Health Center and Walk-In Clinic is located across from Little Caesars on National Road. Open 7 to 7 Monday through Friday. Patients can receive primary care, treatment of minor illnesses and injuries, wellness visits and physicals. There's also a lab draw station open from 8 to noon weekdays. A division of Wheeling Hospital, the Woodsdale Health Center is led by family physician Dr. Michael Wilson. Call 304-234-1971. They'll take good care of
Are
you.
you struggling to make payments due to an unexpected financial obligation or loss of income? Are you receiving calls from debt collectors? Are you feeling overwhelmed and unsure of what steps to take next? Then you need the experience and expertise of attorney Tom McIntyre and his staff to help guide you through these temporary hardships. Want to hear more about how Tom can help? Then call 877-456-4155 and receive a free copy of Tom's ebook, When Bad Things Happen to Good People. Tom's ebook covers many questions people have about bankruptcy and includes interesting stories about people who tried to avoid filing and people who have filed for bankruptcy. We think you'll be surprised to learn some interesting facts about bankruptcy. Call 877-456-4155.
It's time we put a stop to a few things. Right now, the D.C. establishment has all the power. The For the People Act will stop that. Billionaires buying West Virginia's elections? The For the People Act will stop that. Politicians and their families getting rich while we pay for it? Yep. The For the People Act will stop that too. Senator Manchin, you've always had West Virginia's back. Don't stop now. Stop corruption in its tracks and support the For the People Act, paid for by Represent Us. It's time we put a stop to a few things. Americans voting on machines that aren't made in America? The For the People Act will stop that. States using hackable voting machines with no paper trail? The For the People Act will stop that. Elections with no way to do careful audits or recounts by hand? Yep, the For the People Act will stop that too. Senator Manchin, you've always had West Virginia's back. Don't stop now. Stop election interference and support the For the People Act, paid for by Representatives.
Oh, there's something so real about living local, and I know without a doubt I'm not alone. And I'm loving living local. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Said I'm loving living local. WTRF is working for me. The Ohio Valley is where I love to be.
I'm Big Rick, host of Real Big Talk, weekday afternoons on the Watchdog. This show is about the now in our world. Breaking stories, local, statewide, national, and around the world discussed right here on the Watchdog. Join me, Lola, and other folks from the Valley as we discuss news as it happens. What is Real Big Talk? Well, it's an honest conversation that you can be a part of no matter which way you lean. Real Big Talk, weekdays on the Watchdog.
Welcome back to Winging It with Sonia and Liv.
Well, welcome back to the second half of our show.
Yep.
Time just struck in. Well, we started talking about things going on at Ogilvy. They just laid out a bunch of stuff, including a huge hiring fair. So if your kids are looking for jobs, I think at Ogilvy they hire 14 and up.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, and get your kid out there and get him a job.
And if you're not able to work, there's actually a lot of volunteer opportunities if you're under the age to actually be employed.
Yeah, my kids, they started working there when they turned 16, I think. And they were very flexible with their jobs. Sometimes they worked at the zoo, sometimes they worked at the pool. I don't know why, but there was a time where they let them drive passengers back and forth in the van. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
They must have been really understaffed that day.
yeah, as a mother, I told them that they had to do it in pairs. They could never do it by themselves.
Yeah.
But they had a lot of fun, and they've met a lot of great people working at Ogilvy.
My first job was at Ogilvy.
Yeah, really?
I was a talking Christmas tree.
I didn't know that was at Ogilvy.
Yep, it was at Spadell. Golf. They used to have. Well, now it's the Christmas shop, but it was just like their golf, area over there, the clubhouse, and me and Santa all day long. But yeah, that was my first job too. And it was funny because Ogilvy HR department had to call me like in March, April maybe, because it was only a FOL gig. and tell me that I had to cash my paychecks because they were going to expire. I collected all those paychecks over the 2 months I worked there, which is 4 paychecks really, like every 2 weeks. And I wasn't cashing them because I was saving them for college.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and my mom was like, I didn't know you weren't cashing them. I was like, no, I just, they're right here in my drawer. I was considering that like my first savings account too.
That's hilarious. That's really good though.
Yeah, it was, because I know how I am with money.
So I learned of a new type of golf scramble, and I'm encouraging someone to do one this year or next year. It's called a Jack and Jill golf scramble, and all the guys, they do the they drive. So they shoot the first shot, and then all the girls putt on the team.
I'd still be horrible, but I'd play.
Yeah, but it's called a Jack and Jill golf scramble.
Where'd you learn about it? Who's doing it?
In Florida.
Oh, do they do a lot down there?
There's Floridians down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and putt-putt golf championships. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it'd be something to add to your resume.
Right? Jack and Jill.
That is a cute idea, though.
This Saturday at 7 p.m., hopefully it's beautiful out, Ogilvy's having their party on the patios. And this Saturday is Jane and John.
Oh, I know how to say this. I just learned. Hold on, give me a second.
Elcure?
No. It's
Elcure.
It's very French. Hold on.
La Jague.
Yeah.
Someone.
I asked her last week because they played last Friday night at the Route 88 barbecue. They started their fire pit.
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
Yeah.
And in the event if there's inclement weather, the event will be moved to the Hickman Lounge inside Wilson Lodge.
Yes.
And they just released a really large live music lineup also. There's a lot of people doing great outdoor concerts this summer. I'm really excited.
La Sour. That is pronounced La Sour.
I would never have guessed that.
Yeah, because I even text.
Yeah.
Great, could you please spell how you would pronounce that?
Yeah, and there is a fire pit this Friday, Fire Pit Fridays at 6 p.m. Also at Ogilvy's barbecue, Route 88.
It'll be every Friday there. And then don't forget, every Friday at the public market, starting at 11:30 to 1:30, they are doing live music for their lunchtime. And this Friday, they have Robert Gaudio.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And my favorite time of the year is coming up, flea market and yard sale season. Brook Hills Park, they are having a flea market on April 24th, this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And it has a little bit of everything, including Amish baked goods.
Nice.
Yeah, I love me a good flea market.
So does my sister in Mitchell.
Yeah. Story time at Grandview Park starts tomorrow at 11:30.
Oh, that'd be nice, yeah.
That's really cute. The Moundsville Marshall County Public Library from 11:30 to noon.
That's
It's
nice.
free and it's 30 minutes. My kids used to go to the Martins Ferry Library before they started preschool.
We always did Ohio County, clearly. But
Yeah.
I haven't seen that if Ohio County had started theirs back again, but they are open. Their hours are now open at the Ohio County Public Library because they were closed to the public for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had a gentleman call this week. He is planning a 15-day trip to Wheeling to research a baseball player that he and a group are trying to get inducted into the Hall of Fame. He's out of Sharpsville, PA, and I feel like it's Glasscock maybe is the baseball player's name.
I don't know.
Either way, he's from Wheeling, and he's planning on going. He used to just go drive down and come back, but they've been working on this for several years. And he said, thanks to my stimulus payment, I'm coming down and spending the time I've always wanted to spend there. And we'll be working with, Friends of Wheeling and stuff like that to really gather up everything about this guy that they can so that when they go to get him inducted, they have a full story.
That's cool.
I was listening to this gentleman, and do you remember in the movie, of course, Christmas Vacation, Bethany's husband that smoked the cigars and always be like, all right, Clark. He had the same voice, and it was just awesome to sit there and listen to him talk because it's all. If I meet this gentleman, he doesn't look anything remotely like this guy from the movie, it's going to be the most disappointing thing in a long time. Do you ever hear people's voices and picture what they look like, and then you meet them and you're like, oh.
No, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Do you ever watch the movie Major League?
Yes.
1 and 2?
Yeah.
And you know the announcer that was on there, on the movie?
Uh-huh.
I can't remember the guy's name right now. So Chris is going to kill me. So fortunately, Chris let me listen to, on the radio all the way home from Nashville, the Pirates game.
Oh, he's so sweet. Mr. Romance.
Yeah, and I said to Chris, I said, this guy's voice sounds really familiar on the radio station. And don't quote me who they were playing. I think they were playing Wisconsin.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Noah went to a Pirates game last week.
And it was him. So that guy actually wasn't even like in the movies before. He was in Major League. He's still the announcer today. Isn't that kind of cool?
I feel like he was kind of older in that movie.
He was.
And that's from the 80s.
Yeah, let me Google that.
Yeah.
I'm really bad with names, everybody, just in case anyone has never realized that.
I mean, considering this whole conversation went back, like, you know that one movie that kind of had this guy in it? That I think everybody's kind of pretty clear on the fact that we are both bad with names and pronouncing them when we do know them. Let's just clarify that. Do we have any more breaks today, Lola?
We do.
Is it coming up? Or?
Bob Euchre. That was his name.
Yes, I know that.
Bob Euchre. So he is actually still today, it was Milwaukee. Milwaukee's Brewer, he's been the Milwaukee Brewers radio broadcast since 1971. But it was really cool because he was announcing the game against the Pirates the other day.
Cool.
And I was like, there's no way. And so imagine like being a radio broadcaster and I said, we think your voice would fit this most hilarious comedian show.
Well, look at Frank O'Brien. He started a movie as a gangster.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, what was it?
All of
Courier?
us. Yeah, Courier.
Yeah, because, and he was a TV personality.
Well,
So see, it can happen. Dreams do come true.
We were cast against type.
Yeah.
I was drunk.
Oh, that's a hard one to play.
I know it. It was, being a barfly was just really difficult.
I'm sure you had to really plan and study that role.
Oh, I did.
Kind of transform into another character.
Had to rehearse a lot.
Absolutely. Practice makes perfect.
Yes.
Yes. All right, you ready to go on break?
All right, this is our last break. Please support the sponsors that support this station. You're listening to The Watchdog.
Does your dog need groomed or walked? Are you looking for a pet sitter or dog boarding options? If so, call Dirty Paws, Wheeling's newest pet care service, providing the Ohio Valley with everyone's pet care needs. Check us out on Facebook at Dirty Paws WHG or call 304-639-7754.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Now, during the Jim Robinson Ford Lincoln Toyota Pre-Owned Super Sale, select from over 80 vehicles in stock starting under $5,000. Most are local trades, many with one owner. Hurry to Jim Robinson at the Highlands, home of lifetime powertrain protection. Now, during the Jim Robinson Ford Lincoln Toyota Pre-Owned Super Sale, select from over 80 vehicles in stock starting under $5,000. Most are local trades, many with one owner. Hurry to Jim.
I'm Josh from Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. I hope you are staying healthy. We continue to respond to structural, fire, and water emergencies. We are combating COVID-19 with our highly trained staff and latest disinfection systems, providing preventative and reactive disinfection to facilities around the region, while working with area hospitals on isolation areas and air filtering. At Panhandle, we continue to follow social distancing and hygiene protocols. We are dedicated to our community, and together we will get through this.
Benwood, the Watchdog is protecting your yard. Join Howard Monroe, Hoppy Kercheval, Bill DeFabio, and Big Rick for the best live and local talk in the Upper Ohio Valley and beyond. Benwood trusts the Watchdog.
This is Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Scott Damaro.
April is Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month, so let's take a moment to celebrate all the different kinds of learners in our classrooms. Autism affects 1 in 54 children, students who may have different learning styles and needs, but are welcome members of our public school communities. Ohio's educators are committed to creating a great school experience for all kids.
Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. To find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
All right, everyone, this is our final 9-minute stretch. Speaking of baseball, our own West Liberty, they are coached by Eric Burkle. Go, Eric. They are 3 weeks left into their to make the tournament, and they are in second place. And the top 3 teams make the tournament, so go West Liberty.
And go Wheeling Park. They have 3 state champions.
They do.
They do. Eric Brothers Jr., Charlie Tambrin, and then Stevie Mitchell.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I think I saw someone posted the front page of the sports page, and it was all about Wheeling Park and their swimming championships.
Yeah, there was a swimmer that got the state champ too.
Yeah. This weekend at West Liberty, there's a 4-game series with Frostburg State. So go up there and support the Hilltoppers. It's actually,
it's really
have you ever
nice
been up there? It's beautiful up there.
It's a beautiful park.
It is.
I'm sure, is it like, I think it's like the West, I'm sure, or something.
Huh?
I think it's the West family.
Oh, they put money into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know that the football field is named that, but their baseball field is just as nice too.
It's nice. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I love it. It's beautiful. I like
All
it
right.
a lot.
So go Hilltoppers.
Absolutely. And we got a new restaurant that opened in downtown too. Ellie and Jack's.
Ellie and Jack. I just sent Olivia the menu. They have a wide variety of food.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Where the Metropolitan used to be.
Oh, good. Good for them.
Yeah, Laura Graves, who
Yeah.
owns Whisk. And, they opened up. It's a little more upscale, but apparently, it's like, people are kind of vibing it with an upscale restaurant, but you can come as you go, dress code is not required, but they, it's a nice dinner out.
It is. And if you haven't been to Whisk recently, they have taken some of their Avenue Eats menu and added it to Whisk.
Yeah.
And if you love a great egg salad sandwich, I don't know, it's like crack. I don't know what it is.
I love a good egg salad.
It's delicious, Lola.
I know, on white mushy bread.
Ooh.
I like mine on white mushy bread.
They had theirs on rye.
It's good.
Oh, that would be good.
Well, you could pick your bread.
Yeah,
And I always
yeah.
pick rye. It was absolutely to die for.
I do actually a Weight Watchers egg salad that's really good, and I like to eat it with nut thins. It's delicious.
You have to give me the recipe for that.
I will. It's sour because you don't use a lot of mayonnaise, but you actually froth up the yolks with a little vinegar, and it makes its own little paste, I guess. I don't know. I think it's good.
So we always
That's basically mayonnaise.
I mean, it is, but without the fat.
sometimes fat's good for you.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you need a little mayonnaise, but not a lot.
Yeah. We always don't celebrate Easter or Christmas on the actual day. We always celebrate it before. So Saturday was our Easter, and I went to Whisk before, and I never knew they made pies.
Oh, yeah.
And I picked up the most magical apple pie from there. And I told my family that Whisk let me use their kitchen to bake said apple pie. They know it was a lie.
Yeah.
I did, yeah. And then I picked up all kinds of cookies and cupcakes and stuff like that. It is really a cute little store if you haven't been in there.
It's awesome. I love it. And their decor is really cool. And this Ellie and Jack's decor, you really see the quirkiness and just attention to detail.
Yeah.
I love that. That designer's eye.
Yeah. So I'm excited for them. So congratulations, everybody.
Yeah. So that will be nice. And I don't know their hours exactly yet. We probably should have looked at all that stuff.
Yeah, they're
before
working out the
mentioning
kinks
it.
right now.
Yeah. So I think it's just like a soft opening, but it's exciting.
We are still looking for food truck vendors for Waterfront Wednesdays. Give us a call at 304-233-7000, and we will shoot you out a contract. And then you can pick various Wednesdays. You don't have to be at every Wednesday. You can choose the Wednesdays that you would like to be at. So that is, we are still looking for food truck vendors for Waterfront Wednesdays here at Heritage Port.
And I think it's important to note that you need to have a business license. You don't actually have to have a food truck to be down there to do food, correct?
Yeah, no. Yeah, and you do have to go to the city and get a health department
Like the vendor
permit,
license,
the vendor license, and you can either do it, I think it's one time is $50, but you can get the whole summer and go anywhere in the city of Wheeling for $100.
That's a good deal, especially with events and things coming back. I mean, the schedule for the waterfront, Ogilvy's list of events, even up at the Highlands, they're planning quite a bit.
They are, and it's really exciting. It's exciting to see the Highlands coming back to fruition.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that kind of struggled for a long time are the hotels because nobody was traveling.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
they've been.
Gosh, yes.
Yeah, so hopefully the Highlands, will really get to pick up from that.
I think so too. And if you are up there on the weekends right now, the sports complex is bringing in so much traffic. It hasn't really gone into like overnight as much yet. Some, but not, to where I think the potential is. But man, it is busy.
But even as a day, you can take your kids to the arcade.
Oh, yeah.
You do
The
have to
rock
make
wall.
an appointment for the rock wall.
They do, and that's only because of how crowded it can get, and they have to follow, they need to have enough equipment and sanitize and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
and if you're looking at getting your kids extra time in the gym, you can rent a court, you can rent the volleyball court.
You can rent the whole turf.
You can rent the whole turf. So, if you're looking to get your kids some one-on-one time
And they
with
have all
somebody.
those batting nets and stuff too, so you can rent the area up there to use their
Yeah.
batting nets and their pitching nets too.
Yeah, check out their website or even just stop up and take a look around during their regular business hours.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, you should go up, especially if you're from this area. It's a really state-of-the-art facility. Like, it is so nice.
Yeah, they're the first hand washing things that the air dryer is actually in the
Everything. It's like water, soap, and the hand dryer.
the
are
hand
right
dryer
there.
is right there.
You don't- Yeah, you don't
in the
have to do
in
anything.
the what's it called? The base.
Yeah, it's like a trough, like sink.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
And it's all not electric, but like motion censored.
Well, when you get to this age, those are the things that kind of make you smile. You're like, oh,
I'm
wow.
not gonna lie. Like when we were up there for the first time for like a wrestling thing, there was like 3 or 4 of us moms that walked out there. Was like, "Have you guys gone to the bathroom yet?" I mean, it was just, it was
State
one
of the
those
art.
things. And like, of course, the kids are like, "Let me go wash my hands." So those things prompt kids to have good hygiene too.
Yeah.
'Cause they want to play with it. Willie was saying his alphabet last night while washing his hands, and I can't help but just like smile the whole time he's doing it. And I'm like, "Good boy," and he's like, and I'm like, "Keep going." So it's just cute, just those little things.
All right, everybody. Well, you can always catch all of the events coming up at the Visit Wheeling page, Olivia. What's their
Visit
website?
wheelingwv.com. And I tell you what, you should check it out regardless because there is a lot of great stuff going on right now, this summer, and even stuff planned into next year already.
There's a lot of businesses out there
Take advantage of this.
that are opening up. Label 3, they're opening up in Center Market. So congratulations, Label 3. And
Lisa, good job.
Yeah. All right, everybody. That's another Wednesday.
Winging it.
Yeah, definitely today.
Yeah.
You're listening to The Watchdog. See you next Wednesday.